Let's start with uh, the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act 1986. In the last video, we have seen that there are certain occupations where the engagement of children is prohibited, and there are other certain occupations where engagement of children work their working conditions are regulated in certain establishment, that is processes. Now let us focus on occupation. Why in occupation and processes the engagement of children is not supported? Let us focus on occupation first. In occupation, we have seen around 17-18 occupations where engagement of children is prohibited. Few are the transport of passengers or goods by railways, cinder picking and ash removal from ash pit of railways, handloom, powerloom industry, mines and collieries, automobile workshop and others. Now, how these occupations are decided? Traditionally, these occupations were decided long back on the Varna categorization. We know that there were 4 Varnas like Kshatriya, Shudras, Brahmin and Vaishyas. Now Kshatriyas were warriors and rulers, Shudras were doing manual work, Brahmins were priests and Vaishyas were merchants. So traditionally the occupations taken up by the forefathers or grandfather was in latter days was taken up by their children, because the job was ensured and so the wages, that is the income. Now why the engagement of children is prohibited on cinder picking and ash removal? Like steam engine started in India around 1853. 1853. Now, when the coal is burned and it turns into ash, the coal ash contains various chemicals, hazardous chemicals like alum, silica, calcium, iron, oxygen, chromium, lead, in micro or nanoparticles. The microparticles which ranges in size from 0.01 micron to around 100 micron. And why these children were prohibited? The children have typical habits. They will work in the ash or pick up cinders, but they will never wash their hands. So the movement from hand to mouth or to nose is very frequent. While they will pick up and then rub their nose or mouth, or something enters in their nostril, they will just put their fingers and remove. So the chances of getting infected by these chemicals are more. And the places like that where even the authorities who engage them, although they may provide nose mask or hand gloves, but children are children. They won't adhere to it unless they see practically somebody suffering from the diseases caused by these chemicals. A very common disease which is found in children affected by the ash collection or ash removal or working in ash is deficit hyperactivity disorder, that is DHAD. which results into increase in sleeping problem, respiratory problem, gastrointestinal issues, etc. Now all these issues which crop up in child during their growing age, later in their young age or in their old age, becomes a critical issue, critical diseases which are detected in a very late stages, and hence this engagement of children in removing cinders or ash from ash pit is prohibited. Next is similarly means similar type of diseases which are caught by the children is handloom or powerloom industry. Now here there are no microparticles which enters your body, but the nature of work results into, like if you are seeing power handloom, handloom got when it speed up during Mahatma Gandhi's Swadeshi movement. That is cloth, not cloth, the yarn to be produced on charkha and handmade or hand viewed cloth. Now if you closely see the operation of these viewers while they view cloth, they suffer from common health problems. More are muscle skeletal problem. Like due to continuous sitting, and bending, they suffer from waist pain, pain in ankle, second is due to every time strengthening your body and bending, results into then when you have to view cloth by hand, you have to focus continuously on the vertical yarn threads and the horizontal one, so you suffer from eyesight problem. Often resulting into cataract. Fourth, uh, this thing. Mm, Skin problem. Now the coarse yarn from which you have made a coarse cloth needs to be bleached and then dyed. So these dyes are also hazardous chemicals because there is a guarantee once you dye it, it won't fade. So the children suffer from skin problem due to dyes, bleaching of cloth. Because of their tender skin and digestive problem. Sometimes even ENT problems. Because although it appears that it is a plain cloth, but it contains micro or nano cotton particles. There are various stages, like you pull up the cloth and then wave it in the air so that a fine particle goes off, but those particles get mixed into the air, which enter your nostril and then the respiratory tract and then the lungs, causing a common disease called TB. So all these problems which are connected with the handloom or powerloom may result into all these issues to the children, and hence the occupation in these or the engagement of children in these occupation is prohibited. Similar is with the mines. Again, the coal particles. They also, in most of the cases, enters your respiratory system and causes TB. Mines and collieries. A study conducted by some foreign fellow on this subject. He says around the habitat was around 50 miles from the coal mine. Still, the children were found suffering from TB. And age 88. These are the reasons Thus, the children are prohibited from working in these occupations. One thing is certain, in occupation, you are guaranteed about your employment and the wages because you have learned it from your forefather. And in most of the industries, whether it is handloom or powerloom, generally cotton textile industries, mines, jute industries, the employer also prefer that when the father retires, the job is taken by the child. In most of the cases, before he attained the age of 18 years, the child take up that job. And although he gets the employment, but he suffered from the various diseases which were enumerated. And therefore, engagement of the children in type of occupations are prohibited. Next, we will see from the processes where although the Act allow children to be employed in those processes, what does the Act provide so that these children don't suffer from various problems arising out of the hazardous processes? Thank you.